Mullins, fam, what are you doing this evening? Another football weekend time to talk about 49ers getting ready to play them boys. You know, here's the thing, though. Niners versus Cowboys is following the same trend by oddsmakers that has been the case for weeks, which I really, you read between the lines. It does seem okay to say the 49ers are supposed to win some of these games by these slim margins of 2 and 3 points. Again, we're favored by 2.5 to 3 points. Maybe they're saying if the 49ers would just come out there and stop fumbling and bumbling around and giving the other and spotting teams 14 to 21 points, they can win these games. And they're right. As I said, both teams are ailing personnel-wise. It's another game where a test of will accompanied by the ability to execute on both sides of the ball for the 49ers. That's what it's going to take to win. Otherwise, it's the same as last week and the week before and the week before, ever since the Rams game. Got to give them 14. Oops, dropped the ball. Oh, they recovered it. They've only got to go 5 yards to score. Niners, please, come on. These are mistakes you don't make. You practice this every day. We're in week 15. By now, this should not be a difficult thing to do. It should be routine. So we'll be taking your phone calls and recording your predictions for the outcome of this week 15 contest. Let me give you some food for thought, though, before you make that decision. Heem was removed for the 49ers injury report, along with 2 other likely starters for Sunday's game. Heem had been limited to practice this week after aggravating an ankle injury. That one that's been bothering him for weeks and weeks and weeks and been bothering you and me as well. But Coach Kyle Shanahan addressed the media today on video conference saying he was good to go. See, when they say that, you don't know whether, he's good to go as far as professionally because of the fact he's getting paid. He's getting out there whether he's surfing or hurting or not. If he can play, then he plays. And the boys, I also expected to play Zeke Elliott, who's listed as questionable after missing practice with that calf strain. They say it's worse than that. Do you wonder how much is true? They say it's worse this week than it was last week. So does that make the 49ers relax? Come on, nobody's stupid. There's nothing wrong with Zeke. He likely will share time with Jeff Wilson Jr. And TC and Jet McKinnon are now the backfield optional running backs. Isn't that amazing? They've gotten cut. TC and Jet both know it's over, but they got to finish out the season because they got paid, right? Also off the injury list are the only center the 49ers currently have, and Daniel, I can do this Brunskill. He's got his shoulder going. DJ Jones, ankle. He's going to be playing. He's off the injury list. And questionable. Here's the most intriguing thing this week is the questionable list, right? Because you and I both know the questionable list means most likely going to play, right? Fred Warner's on the list. I saw him during the mini conference, like you probably did too, and he looks like he's fine. He sounds like he's fine. And he's ready to go. He explained what happened, and he's probably okay. K'Wan Williams is questionable. Emmanuel Mosley. And K'Wan Williams, I don't know if we ever appreciated it or not as much as we should, but K'Wan Williams is actually an MVP candidate on this team. There's a lot of great slot corners in the NFL, and we've seen them the last 2-3 weeks. The only reason we saw them is because K'Wan wasn't home. When the cat's away, the mice play. K'Wan don't have that stuff. When we go to play anybody, if K'Wan's home, ain't gonna be no slot receiver having no day. That's all there is to it. I am amazed. He's signed next year. Okay, he's one of those must signs. Verrett may be okay, but K'Wan Williams, as far as I'm concerned, K'Wan may be the number one guy to sign next year. He gets hurt too much, but too bad Jamar. See, him and Jamar Taylor would have been the best 1-2 combo you could have as far as the slot coverage goes. Jamar's not going to be back until God knows when. Let's not get worked up about things we have no control over. Ruled out. Of course, Debo's out. Ronas Corsu, also O-line coach John Benton remains on the COVID-19 reserve list. And he won't attend this weekend's game, nor will outside linebackers coach Johnny Holland. Everybody's hurt. I mean, I keep wondering which weekends we're gonna look at the news. Kyle Shanahan has been, don't even play with that thought. Never mind. I ain't gonna forget it. I never know. Also, Kittle's out. GK won't make his triumphant return versus the boys. Speculation is that he'll be back next week against those Cardinals. You know, uh, he's probably gonna he'll be back next week most than likely. Here's the thing, and because we're sitting back locked down in California, we're not paying any attention to what's going on, but 49ers are in Arizona and they can't wait to get out. Going 0 for 2 to open their Arizona decampment as the 49ers excited to try another change of scenery. Off they go today to play against the boys in Arlington as both teams cling to faint playoff hopes, of which most of us are voting for them not to make. Don't embarrass us any further. Stop getting hurt. Start healing up. Start working out. Get strong again. Come into camp next year, early, normal camp. Get ready and get yourself prepared to come back and put a foot right up the rear end of the NFL's. I mean, come on, man. We had no business being in this position this year. We had the best roster on the... Further regarding the hell up out of Arizona and only playoff aspirations, Shanahan went on to say, since we've come here, we've taken 2 steps back, so I haven't thought at all about playoffs. I haven't thought about 3 games. It's important to me that we play better. There's a certain standard we expect no matter what your excuses are. I know we can play better than we have the last 2 weeks. Kyle, we do too. He goes on to say that's the one thing we can control, unquote. The 49ers with a disgusting record of 5-8 could be eliminated from playoff contention if they lose Sunday, and if the Cards are 7-6 win at home against the Eagles. This is going to drag out. You know why, don't you? We're going to beat I really do think we're going to beat the Cowboys, and of course, the Eagles, who looked scary last week, are probably going to just beat the Cards up and down the field. Shanahan had a quote, "Our team is very excited to get out of here, and it'll be nice to go to a different stadium and get a different scenery, but I expect us to play a lot better than we have," unquote. See, Shanahan sent a message to all them dudes have been messing up for the last 2 or 3 weeks. You're on notice. We're watching. Don't come out here with them stupid mistakes that could have been avoided. We can't have it. It's the name of the game. The stronger survive. If you can't do any better, then you got to do it bad somewhere else. And at guard, but we're looking crazy at guard. Just at school, a fill-in starter at left tackle is rookie in 2019. He's expected to make his first start at right guard. It's his first start at right guard. The Cowboys been eating teams up of the last few weeks. They may not be doing a lot of things right on offense or whatever, but they will kick your ass on defense right now. They are coming in and they're coming in. I don't know. Man, Aldon Smith, if we can get him out of Dallas next year, Aldon Smith's been reborn. He's behaving himself. He's actually enjoying the game again. He realizes what he didn't have for all his years. He missed. He's coming out. He's playing hardcore football. Coach said this about all of this, though. We're going to play the guys who've been out there for us. The Niners have only 5 linemen available who've previously played for the 49ers this season. The backup linemen will be Tony Bergstrom, Dakota Shepley, and either Aaron Neely or Isaiah Williams. Scary stuff, man, because Neely and Williams just signed this week. I've been laughing about these things all year because they're so ridiculous. They're outrageously strange. What the hell did Neely and Williams know about the 49ers offense? That means they know as much about their job in the 49ers offense as LeBron James would. And James probably coming to do a better job. But wait, it gets worse, fam. The Cowboys had 30,000 attend their last home game on Thanksgiving. That's enough bodies to make some noise and disturb things on the field, ain't it? Shanahan said it will be up to Trent Williams and Mike McGlinchey to signal that the 49ers must use a silent count for the first time this season, with a couple of new guys playing out of position. Hey, fam, you know what? We got to develop a sense of humor for the rest of the season. There's going to be a lot of comedy between now and Week 17. And I got a feeling that Week 17, all we're going to be saying is, good God, thank God that's over. The Cowboys report ruled out cornerback Deontay Burton. He's got a shoulder situation going on, limited along with Elliott. Our old Rashard Robinson. I was watching Shard last week when they were playing against the Bengals. I said, look at Shard. He could have been so good for us. And as you know, though, Shard cannot wait to play against the 49ers. He left on a bad note. He was in there, I think, was that him and Salah or somebody having words? I believe he believes he should be able to play the way he thinks he should play, and damn the scheme and everything else. I know what I'm doing, and that's what Salah said. Well, you know what? You're gonna know what you're doing. Here, so I'm gonna just go take this to front office, get paid, and Rashard, good luck to you. And that was the end of that. But that fact could set the stage for what could be for one of the biggest stories of this game to follow, fam. If there's going to be any intrigue and excitement for us to watch this game, other than we got to beat the Cowboys, I don't know how they're going to do it, but they got to do it. The duel of the 2020 draft, rookie wideouts, Brandon Ayuk versus C.D. Lamb. Boy, Lamb's got a lot of yards this year. Him and Ayuk are about 4 or 5 yards apart going into this game. I think 664 versus 660. Fam, I'll tell you what, here's the way I feel about this. I say the 49ers finally take care of the ball this week. Take care of the ball this week. Please, 49ers, just take care of the ball. Even, Nick, if you throw an INT, no fumbles guys. No fumbles this week. Because the Rams, I mean, Dallas, they scored 17 points versus the bumbling Bengals in the first half of last week's game due to turnovers. The running backs couldn't hold on to the ball. They got one guy out there, I forgot his name. They got one guy out there who hasn't fumbled in 6 years. The Cowboys took the ball away from him. The Bengals coach got mad. He sent in another running back. They took the ball away from him, too. They sent in a third back, stripped him naked, too. I said, my God. Is this a Bengals issue or the Cowboys just that good? So we got to hold on to the ball. They're forcing turnovers in Dallas. As I said, the 49ers have been doing the same thing lately. This is the week that foolishness has to stop. The 49ers win this game 27-17. And I say that with no shame. Hey, fam, also, what the hell is wrong with Randy Moss? What jumped into him all of a sudden? He was on a podcast, and Moss has rearranged the order of greatness, claiming himself to be the greatest of all time. T.O. is next, and Jerry Rice is number 3. I think it's comedy relief. I read it. I couldn't stop laughing. I said, what the hell, Randy? What is... He says, first of all, who had the biggest impact on the game? Because when you start talking about stats and all that other stuff, that's all political. I'm the greatest of all time. He's like the Muhammad Ali of football. I'm the greatest of all time. Nobody had a bigger impact on the game than I did. I ain't saying nothing bad about Jerry. I'm just saying this. He had nothing but Hall of Fame quarterbacks. He went from one to another. Jesus, Randy, what are you crying about? It's too late. It is what it is. You rank number 4. Actually, Larry Fitzgerald's got better yardage and stats than you now, too. I will say Randy probably had a bigger impact on the game than Fitz, but not by much. That's hilarious. I'm still sticking with Rice. I'm sorry, Randy. Good God Almighty, get a grip. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of amusement in the NFL this year. I'm finding a lot of amusement in life in general because 2020 has been the worst year of, depending upon if you're over 15 years old, this has got to be the worst year of your life because before you're 14 or 15, you don't care about what's going on before that because you hate being a child. Or it's the privileges of being an adult, right? But there's been nothing worse than 2020. James Walker said Nick Mullins' horrible horror showed no belief in him at all. Oh, yeah, he said he's a great quarterback. I believe him, but not in this. You know what's so funny? He did say that during his press conference. There's no modesty in the world anymore. I don't know how you say that about yourself. There's no humble. And Nick's had a, no, never mind. Ray Jr., what's up? My score is 35, Niners 35, Cowgirls 30-13. I like that, Ray. Horatio Flores says 35-6 Niners win. Cynthia, what's up, Sin? And Kia's 1967, bang, bang, Niners gang, faithful to dead, to the end, bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. Let's go, Niners. William Roberts says 27-17 Niners. Yeah. Still can't get over Randy, man. What the hell, Randy? Chill out. Tony, what's up, brah?
How you doing, Ronbo? Aloha. Happy Aloha Friday to you, sir.
Aloha back to you. I'm Tony. I was just saying, I'm finding my way to get music because it's nothing worse than wintertime and being depressed. When last year winter was just like summer and spring, but so now I'm noticing humor in everything.
Oh yeah.
But what do you think, man? There's a lot of things going on here. Assess this game and what's coming up. Even Nick Mullins saying he thinks he's he's a great quarterback, and some other things that I'm finding awfully amusing. But go ahead, Tony. What are you thinking?
Okay, I'm really excited to watch this game. I'm not excited to have to wake up super early to watch it, to be honest with you. I wanted it to be a Sunday night football game, but we don't deserve to be there, and the Cowboys don't deserve to be there, I guess, either. So
True.
That's what's up. But I'm actually super duper excited about this game for a number of reasons. First of all, what you were saying earlier, Ronbo, about the Cowboys forcing all these turnovers, that sounds to me like an overperformance, and I think they are due for a reversion to the mean on forcing the turnovers. Okay, so I don't think statistically they can keep that going. Okay, but if you look at the whole season, I kind of have statistically, the Cowboys currently rank 32nd against the run, so they were very bad at stopping the run. And Raheem is going to play. And Jeff Wilson Jr., fumbles and all, is going to play. And you know what? I am not hating on this new offensive line alignment that we have cooked up this week with Williams, Tomlinson, Brunskill, School, and McGlinchey. And I'm actually really curious to see because, School is sort of our swing backup tackle at this point. And tackle being the of all the positions on the offensive line, it requires the most athleticism to play. And I'm curious to see what School can do as a guard, especially if we get him moving and in space, if we can use some of his size and athleticism, hopefully to get to the second level. I think McGlinchey can still do okay against the run. I am concerned about the revenge game factor from Aldon Smith and Tom Sula and Mike Nolan and Richard, as you pointed out there. But at the same time, if I'm Kyle Shanahan right now, the entire league, I don't think is expecting very much from the 49ers here on out because of the quarterback controversy with Nick Mullins and CJ Beathard and all that jazz. Everyone's talking about next season already. And the defense for us can still play. And, I think we're actually going to run away with this one. We are due for a win. And I kind of see it Niners 28, Cowboys 10. That's kind of how I'm feeling.
I love it. I'm loving the way you're feeling. Because I'm scared, Tony. That's the other reason why I didn't go that route. Because the fact that they've demonstrated to us how they can just totally implode suddenly. We're doing so well. Tony, we've led in the first quarter of every game we've played statistically by a landslide in every first quarter. And then all of a sudden, things just fall apart. So I'm hoping, if they don't have that happen this week, Tony, you're right. You're absolutely right. They kill them.
Well, I want to go back to my comment about reversion to the mean. We always find a way to beat ourselves, but I honestly think at some point something's got to go right for us this season. And if there's any game where I think the players are going to really put on their big boy pants and come to play, this is the one. Also, Brandon Ayuk. We haven't talked about Brandon Ayuk yet, but I think he wants to show up CeeDee Lamb. I really, really do. He's going to be the prime target. I mean, Debo's not there, but so he's going to be seeing a lot of double coverage. But if he can continue to grow from week to week, that he kind of has been. And if we look at last season in terms of just the way Kyle can coach up a wide receiver and the way that Debo, his trajectory kind of went up week to week, I think Ayuk is due for a really big game this week as well. I think Mullins wants to come out and play. The offensive line, it comes down to the offensive line to me. Can they handle, Lawrence? Can they handle Aldon Smith? And with this new lineup, I think we can run against them because that Cowboys defense has been pretty bad against the run. And if we can run the ball, that'll set up the play pass. If we set up the play pass, then I think Brandon Ayuk's going to get open deep. And or at least if not deep, I think Brandon Ayuk will get some nice yak yards. And I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. And this is I feel like this would be our Super Bowl this year. If we can beat the Cowboys, let's do it, Ronbo,
I fully agree. Nothing would give me more pleasure because you don't want the Cowboys. There's a deep tradition going on between these two clubs. You don't want to add another loss to them people, man. I'm telling you right now because, we're getting trolled as it is by people that don't have any business. But actually, Tony, and I hate to admit it, the Cowboys have a right to troll us. We've both got 5 trophies. The history is just rich. So, no, can't lose to these people.
So, the thing I've noticed on Twitter in terms of the whole trolling thing, there are factions of fans for both the Cowboys and the 49ers who are rooting against their own teams for the sake of draft position. And at this point, you know what? F that. That's all I got to say. Seriously, I don't want to hear none of that. I mean, we're going to be picking somewhere, I think, in between 9 and 15, and that's fine. That is totally fine. And you know what? Like, let's just play hard. Let's turn this into our version of the Super Bowl this year. Let's show up all the doubters and let's go Niners. Let's see Ayuk with the big game and let's see that offensive line stand up for the first time. That's kind of what I really, really want to see.
Oh, I so agree. I do, Tony. And Tony, there's a thing, you have to keep a certain amount of integrity. It reflects into the locker room. I don't want a losing mentality to get started in any even small way. The 49ers have a thing going on in that locker room now where it's all about winning. If they lose it, like you mentioned earlier, it's because we usually self-destruct. Let's continue doing that, take this trajectory right into next season, and get back to where we were in 2019. This is a 2020 is a mistake.
It totally is. One last thing, and then I know I have to go, Ronbo. But the fans in the stands. I don't think there is, even with the Cowboys fans in the stands, I don't think there is such a thing as home field advantage. And as a matter of fact, I think the 49ers, if they throw some big punches and they quiet that crowd, I think it's going to go a long way for their own morale. I think the fans in the stands are going to really help the momentum of the game, however it goes, regardless of whose fans that they are. So the fact that there are fans in the stands, I think will actually benefit the competitive team. That's actually really what I think. So I'm not afraid of the fans in the stands, being the, the 11 and a half man or whatever it might be for the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I think it's a good thing for both teams. So
there you go. Excellent points, Tony. I'll see you game time, all right?
Do my best, Ronbo. I have some Kona brews to throw back, but I'll try, okay?
Yes, pretty early, right? you can do it, Donner.
Right, rock on, Ronbo. Take care of yourself.
You too, fam. Night.
Yeah,
Tony's, man, here he is. Hey, big boy, climb on big ring. Remember back in 2017, they beat the brakes off of us? Yes. I meant to mention that, big boy, we haven't beaten them since 2013. The last coach that beat the Cowboys was Harbaugh. We got to pay them back. Ronbo was at the Levi's, and Cowboys fans make me sick, 36-3. I watched one guy in the stands. They made a bet, and he burnt his hat out in the parking lot. Cowboy fans standing there, grinning and laughing and joking as he set his hat on fire on a barbecue. See that? Something else, man. Here's the thing about the fans. Big boy, thanks for that contribution. Something else about fans in the stands. If they have 30,000, you know how many 49er fans are in Texas? And a lot of them will be there if they'll sell them tickets. Forget about it. It's not Mike.
What's going on, Ronbo? How the hell are you, Ronbo?
Mike, man, I'm laughing more this year than I have in years because I'm finding things to make myself happy, I mean, the littlest, stupidest things, I'm just laughing my ass off. Because, Tony, otherwise I'm going to be great. I'm going to be in tears all day, every day. I mean, I love our team. Yeah. This is really having an effect and an impact on my life.
Come on, Ronbo.
It is. I can't stand it.
Come on, forget about it. Hey, listen, you know what? The only impact that's going to be on anyone's life is Alden Smith's impact on Mike McGlinchey's life this weekend.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen, I heard somebody ask Kyle Shanahan what's a good weight for Mike McGlinchey. You know what I thought? Whatever weight Alden Smith can't lift. That's a good weight for Mike McGlinchey. Tell him to keep on eating until he surpasses whatever Alden Smith can't lift. That's a good weight for him, a blocking weight. There we go.
Mike, I just want to add something to that. Do you know that they asked Trent Williams? Well, last time the 49ers and Harbaugh came in there and they just beat the brakes off the Redskins. I mean, the Washington team. They beat them. They scored 3 points, and Williams said, man, they beat us, and they beat us, and they beat, and yeah, Aldon Smith is a real deal. So wow.
No,
but he's not the same Aldon Smith now.
No, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. But listen, he's playing. I'm happy that he got his shit together, Ronbo. You know, I listen. That's one kid there. He would have been a Hall of Famer if he had the off the field stuff locked away. You know, he had the
JJ
talent.
came in at the
you
same
know, he
year.
had the talent. What he almost broke the sack record his rookie season. I mean, you know, the kid had the talent. But anyway, listen. That's neither here nor there. Let's get to it. Look. We gotta see what's the better deal. Look, I wanna beat the Cowboys. I really do.
Oh.
Honestly, screw it. Maybe it'll cost us, 5 draft picks or something like that, or five positions or whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, I freaking hate the Cowboys, Ronbo. You know what I mean? I hate them with a passion. Like every true 49er faithful out there, I wouldn't piss on a Cowboy fan if he was burning in flames. That's it. Bottom line, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And they could say that they could say they heard it here from me if they had a problem with it. But listen, Ronbo, what do you think? What do you think's realistic, though, Ronbo? What do you think's realistic? I mean, how many sacks is Golden going to get? Yeah, how many
I'm scared to death. I just
get?
Mike, I have no faith. As far as they've not proven they're going to hold on to the ball. If they start this game off, Mike, fumbling the ball, I'm going to lose my gosh, Jesus, guys. Come on. Man.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Stop donating points.
That's the problem. And listen, the Cowboys' defense isn't that good. Let's get it freaking straight here, all right? They played the Bengals
Tony just pointed that out.
Listen, the Bengals give away freaking footballs like people give away stocking stuffers in December, all right? Listen, again, don't read too much into that, Ronbo. With that being said, Nick Mullins has been filling stocking stuffers himself this year, so who knows? He might turn a couple. I don't know, but at the end of the day, look, I think we might. I don't know why, but I think we eke it out, Ronbo. I'm going 17-14. Niners by a field goal, Ronbo. That's what I'm thinking. Niners by a field goal, just to make Christmas feel all right. You know what I mean? Christmas to feel good
right?
in the neighborhood.
Good point.
Right?
We deserve this.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a hell of a year. I mean, for crying out loud, we got enough guys on the IR to do the 25-day countdown to Christmas, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's freaking serious here. We got a lot of things that have gone wrong. So, if we could beat up on the Cowboys before Christmas time, I'm good with that, Ronbo.
That'd be so feeling good. Even through all the misery, that would feel good. Just beat the brakes off the boys.
Just to beat the freaking brakes off the broad, beat them down, smack them around a little bit, And listen, the other thing I gotta touch before I let you go. So Randy's back on the candy, Ronbo.
I think so.
Randy's back on the candy. Oh, you better hope he doesn't get pulled over in a traffic stop because they're going to start seeing the football.
They think there's a snowstorm in the middle of his car.
Oh, unbelievable. Listen to these guys when they come up with this stuff. Sometimes they're on TV so much that they just like to hear themselves say crazy shit. I really believe it, honestly. I mean, some of the stuff, it's like, what was it at the beginning of the year? Who was it that said Joe Montana isn't even a top 10 quarterback? Was it David Carr?
Yes, he's been saying that for 2 years.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. He was talking about Joe Montana. I mean, some of these guys, I really don't know. They should go smack themselves around a little bit. But anyway, listen, Rob, I'm going to let you go. I got a nice one rolled up here myself, and I'm going to enjoy my evening. I hope all the faithful, everyone stays safe and healthy out there. Enjoy the game this weekend. And, Ronbo, shout out to you, man. You're really a hell of a guy, Rob. I got to tell you, you're really a great guy. You're great for putting this on every week through the good, through the bad, through everything. And shout out to you, Ronbo. Really
Thanks.
appreciate it, brother. I hope you have yourself a blessed day and a blessed weekend. All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, Mike. Back at you. Love you, man. I'll tell you what. Let's get
All
together
right,
after
love
the
you
game too, and laugh, or else get all annoyed like we like to do after these
we can
few
do
weeks.
either one, Ronbo, either one, right? And you got to get back on me, too. Don't forget to email me. Get back on me, all right?
Yes, indeed. Because I got to explain what's going on with that. But yes, because you need to know. Because I don't want you to think anything wrong. All right, Mike.
All right.
Talk to you
No
shortly.
worries. All right, Ronbo. All right now.
Night. Yeah, I tell you, I mean, because we just got to hold on to the ball. I got a kick out of Nick. Nick was exactly as we thought. We said he's nervous. Nick says, all I got to do is I just got to stay calm out there. Nick, how many weeks does it take you to figure out you need to stay calm out there? We saw the feet at the goal line when you do the quarterback sneak. I didn't even know if your feet, your feet were just drumming up and down. Whoa, Nick? Call timeout, coach. Your quarterback is losing it. He kept going. Nick flag. Procedure. Oh man. Hey Matt.
Going on, Ronbo?
Matt, Doom. This game, I can stand. You go into a game and you know the possibility of losing. I mean, this is like no matter what. Even last year, there was always a possibility of losing. We didn't, but But this is that game that, you can't play the Cowboys, the Steelers, the Patriots, the NFL elite because we're part of that group. So this is why those games mean so much more. So the Cowboys. Yeah. I still want to leave there without a win. We've not beaten them in 7 years. It's just gotten really strange. I mean, Texas boy, have anybody seen Texas? There he is. As soon as I said it, Cowboys 5-2 in the postseason against the 49ers. See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, Matt. We got to put up with that as it is. What's going to happen in this game, and how do you see it?
Well, first of all, I'm going to be one person on here. It says I'm happy they flex this out to 1 o'clock. I'm on the East Coast. So we don't got to watch them in front of the whole country. That I mean,
and wait all day to watch them get beaten. Yes.
Yeah.
We do some other things. Some other things during the course of the afternoon. 49ers better not lose this game, no, Matt. They're going to win this game and make it a great Sunday afternoon to enjoy. Suddenly there's silence. Matt?
Yeah, I'm here.
Matt, go ahead. Give me your breakdown as to what you expect to happen. And talk about the Brandon Ayuk situation and our offensive line with School and McGlinchey on the right side, which is already causing I can feel some kind of a arrhythmia or something going on in the heartbeat now. McGlinchey over there is one thing. I have more faith in School, But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, well, they got to like Mullins because if they send him pressure, God, they don't know what's going to happen.
Matt, did you hear Nick talking to? Nick even knows what he's supposed to be doing. He says, usually during the course of a play, it's my option to take this choice, or just throw the ball away. When he said that, I fell off my chair. Nick, you do know then that you're supposed to throw the ball away. Don't sit there and get taken to the dirt. Get rid of the ball. He knows, man. But he blacks out, I guess. They all do that, though, including Jimmy.
Yeah, and I remember people said thought Nick was better than Jimmy. Like, oh my God.
I knew they were. That's because they just didn't appreciate Jimmy's efforts, so they figured anybody out there. Well, they're doing the same thing right now. There's a Trubisky guy running around trying to get that narrative going. Mitchell Trubisky. What has Mitchell Trubisky done to impress anybody? And then they say, what's Jimmy done to impress anybody? He's been to the Super Bowl 13-3. You got to give him a little credit, no matter what.
Yeah. He's got like 23-6, 23-7 records as starting quarterback. When Trubisky's probably got 23-8, and Trubisky's got a losing record. So
that's why. Yeah, I just want them all healthy. I want them all brought back and continue as many as we can get back. Make sure you keep the core guys, and let's get back to where we were before this injury thing just went through the. I mean, COVID-19 was one thing, but the injury bug wiped the 49ers out just as bad as COVID has been on the planet. My God.
I know. Just get the season over with. I mean, God.
Yeah. Well, 3 games.
But anyway, yeah, we got 3 games left. But anyway, I'm going to give my score. I know I got to go. I'm going to go Niners are going to win this game 24-17.
Hey, all right. Yeah. We got to all think positive. Yeah.
Yep.
Ah, man. And how do you see Ayuk doing? You know, he's only 4 yards behind on the year. There's 664 to 660. CeeDee Lamb's got Brandon by 4 yards. He could make that up in the very first play.
Yeah, yep. And Ayuk's been out for like a couple games. He was out for like 3 or 4 games, whatever.
Yeah, one was the COVID thing against Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Ayuk's missed about 3 games due to the COVID mistakes. So, yeah.
He was out the first game, too.
Yeah. Yes. That's right. So, yeah, this is what if Ayuk be around 1,000 yards by now, most likely, you know? Woo!
Yeah, I know he's close to Jerry Rice's for the rookie season for the Niners.
Yeah. And with 3 different
and Randy
quarterbacks
Moss
on the year.
Yeah. And Randy Moss says Jerry Rice isn't the best. Come on, man. You're smarter than that. Randy's smarter than that. Come on.
Randy's getting high these days, isn't it? Something. I think he had to be higher than a Georgia pine when he started ranting like that to begin with. Where's the shame, Randy? This ranking has been around for how many years? At least 20, maybe more.
Yeah.
Moss is just what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, he'll be better. He'll wake up in a few days and say, you know, I want to apologize for some of the things I said last week. Y'all know I was just playing, right?
And he even says T.O. is better than Jerry.
Jesus. Okay, Randy should be on Saturday Night Live. They should really get an SNL spot for him. That's, God. All right, man. Hey, man, I'll see you game day, okay?
Yeah, I'll
right,
see you
man.
Sunday.
All right.
Good night.
Night. Hey, George.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
George, man, we're just sitting back here dreading the possibility of losing to the miserable Cowboys. Because, George, the fact of the matter is that the Cowboys stink. I mean, they stink more than skunk poo-poo. And if we go in there and lose to that team, you know, there is nothing that can be said in defense of the 49ers because the Cowboys, look, they got injuries. Their starting quarterback's gone. They got other player personnel out, you know, so we can't use that for an excuse. You got to go in there and beat that team and stop making those mistakes. But what are you thinking?
Well, of course, we got to beat the Cowboys. Already got a $20 bet on it.
There you go.
With an old friend of mine. I didn't go too high up on the prize because let's be real, our team hasn't been performing like they should. But but I think if we do win, it's going to be a blowout. I believe our defense is going to be good enough to hold them down to at least 13 points.
Yeah, that's true. Our defense.
If we do, it'd be pretty amazing if Brandon Ayuk brings a Sharpie onto the field and signs the ball after. And then maybe we can have Kendrick Bourne run it all the way to the star and spike it.
and throw his arms out.
Bring back some memories.
That would just make my year. Oh, God. Yeah, it has to be Kendrick. Couldn't be Ayuk. He's a rookie. It's got to be Bourne. He's the veteran out there. Yeah, go out there and just do it and spin the ball. And Kendrick's good at spinning the ball. Go out there and spin the ball on that star. And as the Cowboys go charging over to take him down, he gets met by Javon Kinlaw. Bam! He'll think a car hit him. This be such entertainment, George. Woo!
Yeah, so, I mean, that'd be pretty nice. But just like I think it's Tony from Hawaii.
Yeah.
He what's it called? he's right, man. Like, I lost my thought. I forgot what I was going to say.
You said Tony was right about something.
Yeah, but I had lost my thought. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say about Tony. But
guys, he was right about.
Also, I have drank the Kona beer. That Kona beer I had over there. It's delicious.
You got to have a Kahlua coffee, because if you're having trouble waking up, Kahlua coffee, and even though everybody says cocktail hour does not, alcohol beverage doesn't start until at least 11:50, so if you're doing it in the morning, it's still coffee.
Yeah, so I think Kyle Shanahan, this game, he's probably going to do what he did with Jimmy, where, he's just going to throw a lot of pitches, a lot of sweeps, But yeah, that's what I was going to say. That, like Tony said, Brandon Ayuk is going to have a field day. Like he's going to go out there and just tear it up.
Yeah, because Kyle's going to keep him in position to get that ball, and he's so professional. That's why we got a lot to look forward to. Even though Sherm says we need to wait, pump the brakes on Ayuk. Pretty soon, teams are going to start studying him, watching his habits. They're going to know everything they need to know about him between now and next year. And he could hit a slowdown, or he could take off. Sherm wishes well. But Sherm had to go ahead and bother us with pretty much what is true. Ayuk's already established himself as somebody they got to watch out for. So teams are going to start studying him up. But it didn't help to study up Debo. Debo got better this year if he could have just stayed on the field. You could tell Debo's ready to roll. We have a combination of receivers now we can do some damage with in the future. Youngsters like that, first and second year dudes.
Yep. Now, one last thing too. I know we've been hard on Mike McGlinchey. I was one of his fans coming out when we drafted him because I wanted to go O-line.
Yeah.
Because we want to protect Jimmy.
Yeah.
But last game, I know he had I think it was 3 or 4 crucial plays. But if you really do go back and go watch the highlights, because at least the highlights show you the biggest plays that there were, just check out McGlinchey. He actually did pretty good. If you look at the highlights and everything, yeah, he got pushed back a few times, but it didn't bother Nick Mullins to not make the throw or to actually do something. But if you really look at it, he held it down.
George, you made
but I guess, one or two plays, no one's perfect, man. I just want to say that.
We don't notice all the good work. We take that for granted. But once we see a mistake, we go off. That's true. That's true of just about every guy we got, including Ahkello Witherspoon, of whom I did notice what you're saying now. I looked at his film. I said, Spoon, Spoon does a lot of good work. He just, every now and then he gets smoked. But for the most part, 80% of the game, he does a good job. Same with McGlinchey. The thing is, I think had Kendrick not been all the way downfield like that and got a call back, I think everybody could have got over anything else he had problem with during the game. But you're right. McGlinchey, Kyle likes him. He says, we're not going to hesitate to pick up his fifth-year option. So, yeah, you're right, George. That's a good thing to point out, too.
But, yeah, man. I mean, I want us to win. Of course, maybe if we beat the Cardinals, but for sure, we got to just win the Cowboys and Seahawks.
What score? Did you give me a
the
score?
Two important ones.
Yeah, what is your score?
Yeah,
George?
I told you I held him down to 13. I'd probably say the Niners go either 30, 33, and I know people might make fun of me, but
no.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I want my score.
George, that's very doable. They just got to stop with the goofy mistakes, and they can score that many points.
Yeah.
Especially against the Cowboys defense, they're okay, but they're nothing like what we've seen in the last few weeks. So, all right, George, we're gonna go, and I hope your score comes true, and I'll see you we'll confirm
on
it
Sunday.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll try to call in. That one's always difficult because
Sunday everybody wants
you have
to
a lot of callers call in. Yeah, everybody wants some. So, but I'll try, man. I'll try to be
looking forward to it.
So.
All right, George.
All right,
Have a
man.
great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you too, man.
And Mr. Block Eyes, thanks for that contribution. He says, just when I want all of my Niners to play hard if you expect to be on my team next year, I never, ever better see my team looking like this again. Oh, God. Oh, it's so true. Can we please stop with the injuries? Every week somebody goes down. I wonder who's next. So let's hey Derek, come on in, give us some of that Derekism.
Hey Ronbo, what's going on, man?
Derek, man, I just tell you, man, I was just looking at that game, and this is one of the games really important to most 49er fans. Even though the Cowboy fans won't admit it, it's important to them too. They don't want to lose to us. Ever since, it goes all the way back to Dwight Clark breaking their heart way back in the day. It's been between the 49ers and the Cowboys ever since. Them taking our personnel, we're taking their personnel. Deion Sanders leaving us with a trophy to go over there and help the Cowboys get a trophy. You know, the history goes on and on. They took one of our best 94s of all time. You know, it just, I need the Cowboys, you know, and it's, But what do you think, Derek?
Plain and simple, Ronbo. We need to find a way to win the game. That's all we need to do is just find a way. Nick, please. Nick usually has one really good game, and he hasn't had one yet. So can we just get this one?
True.
Please. I mean, just stop doing the rookie stuff and just take him out, Nick. That's it. Mike McGlinchey, can you just block? We've been asking you all year. Can we get this one? Just block. Come on. And I think a lot of it too is now you're starting to see, you know, how much we miss George Kittle in the run game.
Oh.
You know, he was there to seal up some of those holes, and I think that's why Mike is getting exposed the way he is.
Yep. And we never knew how
you
much.
Yeah, because George will float wherever, you know, whichever side we're running to and just clog up the hole. Or put somebody on the back, and we can't do that now. And Mike's like 30 pounds lighter, so that's not helping anything.
Derek, you pointed out something I just realized, too. I wonder if Coach actually tells George, I want you to make sure you keep Mike's back. I wonder. They probably don't tell Mike, but George is probably keeping an eye on Mike the whole time and seeing wherever he can help him. Because there's no need to help Staley.
Mike is – no, but you also know Mike is – see, Staley was well-rounded, basically. He could do both. Mike has, you know, he was known for his run blocking.
Yep.
You know, they knew who he was when they drafted him, and that's probably part of the reason they drafted George, too. So, you know, to seal that up. And Charlie Warner will probably hopefully get more involved, you know, next year for that reason. God, he's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I forgot all about him.
I mean, it's what game? We were playing a game. What game was that a couple weeks ago? And Charlie Warner actually got a couple catches towards the end of the game and stuff. And
okay, a couple weeks ago.
I don't know why, Shanny.
Bills.
Who was that?
Bills?
Yeah, I think it was the Bills game. But he waits so long to get these people involved, and they come in and catch the ball. I don't understand. I don't know what he sees in practice.
I was getting ready to say, I wonder what they see in practice. Yeah.
I don't have, hell if I know. I have no idea, Ronbo. But we just need to win this game, man. If you get a chance, everybody, check out that ACC championship game. It should be tomorrow. And the guy that I've been telling you about, Ian Book, he's going up against Clemson tomorrow. And they have the guy that's supposed to be going number 1 overall. He's playing in this one. So
should be
it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And
now's the time to watch college people, too. Because now you're going to see the best of the best out there. You have to weed through everybody.
Yep. And that guy coming out of Notre Dame, he's the winningest quarterback they've ever had. So I don't think it's a coincidence, Ronbo. Ian Book.
Yeah, it's Ian Book.
He's 30-3 at home. 30-3, Ronbo. It's not a coincidence. And he plays very similar to Russell Wilson. He'll run and pick up 20 yards if you let him. You know, so but he can pass.
How big is he?
I think he's going 6 even.
Okay, so no wonder he's got that kind of athleticism. Yeah.
But I mean, the difference between him and Zach Wilson is Zach Wilson, the guy that everybody's talking about. He might not be there when we draft, and he's always got a clean pocket, Ronbo. That's the thing. You don't know how a guy's going to deal with pressure. Ian Book, it's kind of like a Russell Wilson. It breaks down. I think they're on Notre Dame's on their 3rd or 4th center this year. So when it breaks down, he makes things happen, and I really like him. He'll be there late. He can sit behind Jimmy. I'm gonna keep pulling until we draft somebody else because he's the guy I want.
Hey,
But
it'd be nice because CJ's he's not going to be hanging around taking up no furniture
I don't know
next
what the hell
year.
they're doing, CJ. I
Well,
mean, Kyle must be family friends or something.
Yeah, his
CJ's been
famous
chilling
grandfather.
For 4 years, Ronbo.
Yeah, Kyle really likes him though.
Chilling.
So.
Something about him, but give me 24-14.
All right, 24-14.
Damn right.
All right.
The hell with the Cowboys, Rombo.
No.
But keep this red and gold train rolling, Rombo, you know?
I got to do it. Hey, real quick, too, Derek. Your ranking between Randy Moss, T.O., and Jerry
come on,
Rice.
Rombo, man. Hey, man. Hey, save that one for another one, Rombo. We got bigger fish to fry. Randy Moss off his rocker.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right, man.
Right.
Hey, I'll see you game day.
I heard something about Randy Moss. They say he was scared to go across the middle. Is that true? Somebody verify that for me.
You know what?
They said the man wouldn't go across it.
Because Randy was usually a deep threat, and he wasn't famous for taking through the middle. Because when Randy was playing, running through the middle was actually, you could get
a
killed.
war zone.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the term "kill zone" originated in the NFL. Right there.
Yeah.
And there would be no flag. Woo!
All right, now.
See you game day. Oh God. Let me. Santana.
What's up, Rumble? How you doing, man?
Oh, Santana, man, I'm doing all right, man. Because I'm finding a lot of things to laugh about these days, man. Because I got to get through this season without losing my mind. But we got to play the Cowboys now. I got to get serious for a minute. I can't disguise how upset I will be if the 49ers go in there, and especially if they lose in stupid fashion like they have the last couple of games. The 49ers could – there's no reason to lose those games this last couple of ones. And even Nick Mullins even said it. Yeah, I got to stay calm out there and do my job. Nick, you just now realize that? Calm down. Just relax out there, Nick. Keep your head on. Him saying that in Week 15 really pissed me off. Anyway, he knows what he's got to do, and maybe we'll see a ready for prime time. Well, we're not playing prime time, but a ready real-time Nick. Can he get it done? What are you thinking?
I don't think he can get it done, Rumble. I think he showed us in the past couple games he can't, and I don't see why it would be any different against the Cowboys. So I don't think so, Rumble. I think, I mean, Rumble, we've seen enough of Nick Mullins, man. He's just a backup quarterback, and it's not his fault, No. I just think that the Cowboys have the better quarterback, and that might be the difference. So it's going to be a close game for sure, but that might be the difference, Ronbo. But I mean, who knows, any given Sunday, So hopefully we win. I want the Niners to win, but if we lose, I'm not going to be disappointed because
you expect it. You already got your mind. You're at peace with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in peace with it. I'm in peace with the season already, Ronbo. It is what it is, and we keep putting Nick Mullins out there, which we know. I just can't stand him, Ronbo. I just can't watch. Every time I'm watching the game, Ronbo, it's just a matter of time before he makes a mistake. It's just, we get like good sixth place, and we're like, all right, Nick, all right, cool, you get in. And then you see, oh, come on, Nick, come on, So it's like, I don't know, Ronbo.
It's the first quarter jinx. Santana, Nick has been just tearing butt. First quarter, Nick has got all the stats. Yeah. And then the second quarter, if he can get through that second quarter, which seems to be
you get Bruce C. Mullins out there, bro, Ronbo.
God, Nick
you
just,
know what I'm saying? But I mean, Ronbo, you know what, Ronbo, I kind of blame the situation we're kind of in quarterback and Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch because they've had Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard for 3 years, and they should know what kind of quarterbacks they are. And if Kyle thinks they're just backup quarterbacks, I don't think Kyle's doing his job, because you should have a backup quarterback or
that you
a guy
believe
sitting on
in.
the bench that can potentially be a starter. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want in your bench. You don't want a backup knowing that he might win me a game or two. No, they need you know what I'm trying to say, Ronbo. You
No,
can't
I
have.
do. We had,
So
Santana, think about the guys we've had in camp. And the 49ers have at least 2 extra quarterbacks almost every year. We had a guy last year, I forgot what school. Did he go to school in Fresno or someplace? Anyway, he had a lot of upside. The 49ers cut him. And a lot of us scratched our head.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You remember him last year?
Yeah.
The 49ers cut him, and CJ stayed. I mean, the year before, we had another kid. They don't look at him seriously. So if I'm a quarterback and I come to the 49ers, pick me up in camp, or as an undrafted free agent, I would say, nah, they're in love with Nick and CJ. What am I going over there for? Just so I can get a couple of weeks of practice in and go home? So
yeah, exactly. And like I said, Ronbo, you should have, like I said, you should have a guy in the bench that could be your starter. You want to put that heat on your starting quarterback. So hopefully we do a better job, Ronbo, and draft a QB, and we actually, on this upcoming draft, we pay attention to the quarterbacks and select a good one.
They're definitely gonna be looking.
So but yeah, I like that kid. Someone said Ian Book. I've seen some of Ian Book. He might fall, into the second round, and if we do, I think that's a good pickup. But
how many first round quarterbacks?
Bro.
Trevor Lawrence. Who are the first round quarterbacks? Because Book may not wait till the second round. The way people are talking about him.
Yeah. So look, Ronbo, for me, it's Trevor Lawrence, and then it's maybe Justin Fields, and then I feel like there's a big drop off. And it's like Kyle Trask. I think it's Mac Jones and some other quarterback. Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is good, but I don't know, Ronbo. But yeah, Ronbo. It's just Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and it's like a drop off of quarterbacks. That's how the way I see it.
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm no expert, but that's how I see. But yeah, Ronbo. So we'll see.
Well, the Jets
hopefully,
are gonna take one of those guys,
I'm not going to give a score, Ronbo.
Okay, just WRL.
I'm going to say the Niners. I hope the Niners win. I'm going to put it like that.
We'll have a new category. HL, hope, HW, hope for win. So Santana is just going to put a W, win. Okay. Santana, all right, fam. We'll see you game day.
Catch you later, man.
All right.
Catch you later, man. See you, man. You have a good one, Ronbo. Enjoy the game on Sunday, man.
Thanks. You too.
All right.
So Rebel D says, Ian Book is 6 foot 206. He's probably got all kind of athleticism too. And fam, I haven't got time to address it right now, but you got Texas boys going buck wild up in here talking about Irvin over Rice. See what I'm talking about? These are the things we have to put up with. Hey, Ellis! Ellis. Hey, Pete.
What up, Ronbo?
Pete, man, we're sitting there going over what we expect come Sunday against the Cowboys, and if you're like me, you're a little concerned with the fact that Nick seems to lose all composure somewhere between the end of the first quarter and into the second. And that's where we usually get our brains beat out. If he could just avoid that second quarter meltdown, I think we could deal with these guys.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. But my concern is Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah. I don't
know.
Which Kendrick is going to be there this Sunday? Kendrick knows he has to
make
up
the one
for some
from last
things.
season that was catching important third downs, or it's going to be one last game where he's dropping balls left and right?
Oh, Kendrick, he's been doing well until last week, Pete. I don't know what happened to him. Somebody said some of those were bad throws, but I said, yeah, but Kendrick, how about all of them were bad throws?
Those are catchable.
Yes,
those were catchable.
God. So I'm just wow.
Also, another thing. There's a lot of bandwagons.
Yeah.
I could see in the chat right now.
Yeah.
And it's laughable. It's so laughable right now.
Mark their names down.
Texas boy.
so we can remember who they are, so we could remind them of a fail that they did in the chat that we saw that they may think that nobody saw.
Oh yeah, I already got one in my mind. He knows who he is. He knows who he is. But most importantly, if we win against the Cowboys, that's pretty much all I need. Because I'll be honest, I'm a young buck, and I've been only watching Niners for 17 years. But I've seen them play the Cowboys, and I've seen them lose and win and here and there. I'm like, then I look in the past, and I saw how it was, the rivalry in the playoffs, and I'm like, we need to win no matter what, with a bad record or a good record. And
because
it's frustrating. It's very frustrating this season.
It is. And do you know where the Doomsday defense term was coined? In Dallas.
Where?
Yeah, in Dallas.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
They had a hell of a defense, but we still kicked that ass, And there would be exchanges coming off the field all the way into the locker room between our players and theirs. It was really crazy, And this is when the hate for the Raiders is one thing, but the hate for the Cowboys was serious, really serious, And they had the same hate for us.
I tell my dad and uncle, what was the rivalry back then against Cowboys and Niners, and oh my God, they would not stop talking about it.
And then they had the moniker that most of us disagreed with. On Monday Night Football, America's team versus the San Francisco. Oh, whoa! What? Who named them America's team? Oh, is it they say they'll call themselves that or what? It just really, there's a lot of things about the Cowboys that are just really aggravating. So,
That's true. And no offense, there are some respectful Cowboy players out there, but for me, it's just the fan base that just gets me the most.
They got a lot of pride, and they have a right to. I mean, as I said, they got 5 trophies. That's why it's so important for us to get that 6th trophy before they do. Then we can put them back in their place. So you look, Cowboys, look up to your master.
But they were not the first team to get 5 Super Bowls.
No, we were. But here's the thing.
We were.
And now Brady, and that's why I get a kick out of people say, you know what, like, a great quarterback can carry his team. I want to use Brady for an example. Brady got carried in more than one Super Bowl. So, this is I'm saying, man,
He has a kicker.
And he's had some and fantastic. He's had a lot. He's had Belichick calling some great games as well. Brady's had his contribution. Yes, okay. But Brady didn't win them trophies. He wasn't carrying the team the whole time, every time. As I say, we're going to see what happens later. Poor Tom now, he's got his own problems in Tampa Bay because he's got to live up to that legacy, and he should have retired. It's like one of those fighters that fights that one fight too many. If Tom goes in as a wild card, gets eliminated, he might have to contemplate. He's got a traveling all-star, Pete. I mean, it's Tom Brady, the traveling all-stars. Every position on offense is filled with just a polished, prime-time vet, and they're fighting for a wild card? I love it. But back to our guys.
But back to this game. All I feel like is Nick Mullins just needs to do quick passes, medium passes. Have Kendrick not drop any passes. Maybe go deep like 3 times, and I think that's pretty much it. I mean, as long as he doesn't make super throws, gets intercepted, or gets sacked and have a strip fumble, I feel like we should be okay.
And if you're going to run around with the ball,
I feel like,
don't carry it away from your body all the way out there, holding it out there like that. What are you thinking?
Yeah. And also, throw away the ball when you know you're about to get sacked.
And even he knows that. He even said it in his press conference.
Yeah. I was watching.
Man.
Wait, Amari Cooper and Zeke Elliott are still playing, huh?
Yeah, from what I heard. Zeke's got a calf issue going on. That's a good question, though. Who's going to deal with Amari? I hope it's Verrett, but I think Amari's going to try to run at Sherm.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if he goes 1-on-1 against Sherman, he might beat him a couple times. But Verrett might seem a good match. We just have to see.
Oh yeah, Verrett can stay with Amari all day. But Sherm uses his grasp of the game, a lot of things he anticipates and stuff like that. If that works, that's fine. It used to work, but Sherm just lost a step, and that's a problem. He didn't have a lot of step to start with. So,
but
Pete, what do you got for a score?
I mean, the score, I'm gonna keep it low. I'm gonna say 23-20, maybe OT. If not, then that's the score. Niners.
That's what the odds makers say. It's a 2.5 to 3-point win. People are gonna go. I'm gonna see you on game day. All right.
All right, for sure, Ronbo. Happy holidays.
Hey, back at you, fam. And the Seahawks fan is back. He said 49ers are gonna sneak in the playoffs and surprise people. Seahawks fan, thank you for that contribution. That may be one of the boldest predictions of the year. Wouldn't it be funny if the 49ers did make it to the playoffs? And they're not mathematically eliminated yet, which is killing me. We're 3 games left and we're playing awful football. Just to show you how the NFC is struggling this year. We got 5 wins and they're still mathematically not been eliminated. And as I mentioned, Tom Brady and his traveling all-stars, they're still in the playoffs looking for a wild card. They're not going to win the division. So what are they going to do? Bobo, thanks. Bobo says, 49ers 21, Cows. That's all he wrote. Cows 7. We should play every Thanksgiving. I know. Let America's team take a break next year. I'm sick of them on every turkey day, man. They ruin the whole dinner. Anthony Naga, Donnie says, number 1, Jerry Rice. 2 is Megatron. Now, see, there's a name nobody remembers. 3, Steve Largent. That's back. We're not Hawks fans. Do you know who Steve Largent is? Lance Allworth at number. Whoa, these names. 5, Randy Moss. Go back to the pond and get your fishing on, Randy. Hashtag pump bass. Boy, Mrs. Moss's baby boy just lost his mind. Redman R, thanks, fam. Says Battle of the 5-time champs this Sunday on CBS. Yes. So some of you rescue people like the Chiefs and who just recently got their first trophy. And, of course, the Hawks, who've never got beyond 1 trophy. Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis. Come on in, Ellis. And, Ellis, if you, it's the time of year when, if you have a good joke, you might want to tell that as well. Because, as I said, I'm finding amusement wherever I can because there's nothing amusing about the 2020 season. So, But anyway, about the 49ers and their chances against the Dallas Cowboys this week down in Arlington. What's going to happen there? And what do you see shaping up? And also reflect upon a little bit of that war, that battle going on between the 2 rookies. And you probably saw the presser with our boy Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk says, yeah, I'll be checking out what they're doing. I'm sure they're doing the same thing with me. I said the rookies are watching each other.
Right.
I loved it. What are you thinking?
Yeah, shout out to Brandon. I'm just glad we. I couldn't be more satisfied with Brandon Ayuk's play. For the times that he's got his number called and he's got the ball thrown to him. He's really responded well, man. So I couldn't be more than happy than to have Brandon Ayuk. Totally left field, out of what all of our expectations were. We probably would have had a little different play calls if we'd have had maybe Henry Ruggs, but I think what we get with Brandon Ayuk is, I don't know, man. I think he's just special, man, and I'm glad he's with us. Honestly.
Yeah, he's got numbered upside. Prepares like a professional.
They're gonna be trying to keep up with him.
Yeah,
they're gonna be trying to keep up with him. They're gonna be CD and what's the other guy in Denver and then
Rudy.
Chase Claypool's doing really well. That was another one that I wish we would have gotten. I had been talking about Chase for a while, man.
Before the draft, right? Everybody was talking about
it.
But,
that was
but nobody took him real seriously. Well, we did,
Yeah.
but we didn't think he'd be a first-round pick. That boy is a first-round pick all day.
Yeah. Did they get him that early? You
I don't know
sure?
when they
Was
got
his
him,
first round?
but he is
I
definitely
think he was
first-round pick
I think
material.
he was second round. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. As far as his play, his production, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. He should have been more in the conversation. But I don't know. I felt like something was going to be really big with Claypool. But I'm just glad, though, we got, at least Javon and especially Brandon have been really, productive, really promising players, especially Brandon, because he's been able to show out a little bit more on the offense. But, Javon's also, he's a silent killer. He's been, building up his repertoire. And,
yeah, he's looking better and better.
I'm glad, yeah. So I'll be excited to see what ends up happening next season. What else are we talking about, fam?
Yeah, we just talking about the last week. If you watched the games, you'll notice the Bengals came out there and donated 17 points to the Cowboys from jump. They set them 17. And then the Cowboys, and of course that takes you out of your game because now you can't do anything but pass the ball. You can't run anymore. You got to try to catch up as fast as you can. So I'm wondering if we don't get put in that position, can we beat up the Cowboys? Because the Cowboys didn't, 17, I think they scored maybe 14 points on their own. I'm forgetting the score. But, of course, the Bengals only scored 7 points. And what's his name? What's that premier wide receiver that's been over there for years? He stepped off in that end zone.
Gallup?
No. What?
Yeah, Gallup? I don't know his last name.
The
Gallup?
Bengals wide receiver. The
Bengals. AJ Green.
AJ stepped off into that defense with no problem at all, and get off of me. And then took him right in the end zone. I says, man, look at that. If that quarterback, because I don't know who that kid is, but he's like a fourth string quarterback or something, right? And so I figured Nick is every bit as good as he is, or better. So we're going to see if we could just take care of the ball, which is all you got to do, I think, to beat the Cowboys, and you should win.
Yeah, we won't have Debo, and so this will be a good time for Nick to be very concise and precise, and timely with his his attack, with his arm.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a really good game for him to counter the lot of the bullshit he's been kind of doing with these 7-point turnovers, 14 points worth of turnovers, all on his lap the last two, 3 games. It seemed like he's got a couple of those, and then earlier in the year, just like he needs to try to start. He needs to try to close out strong if he wants to
get a job next year.
One of the guys that gets that comes back next year. That's going to be very important that he starts really taking charge, because Kyle's given him the field in the space to do that right now. He's in a very privileged position. You got guys that sit on the bench for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, don't ever get a sniff of the field, and you don't ever get to see their full potential because the guy never goes down in front of them. So
like poor CJ. What chances he got next year? Ain't nobody looking at him because he's never getting any playing time. And what does it say about a quarterback? If I say during a press conference, I thought about it for a couple of days, and I'm going to stick with Nick. I thought about bringing CJ in. But see, if I'm a potential GM, I'm a GM or a coach potentially or something like that, I hear that, and I look at Mullins and what he's doing. So you're going to tell me that CJ can't do any better than that? He's not going to be somebody I'm going to talk to. So, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to really do something now and kind of get himself implanted, because he doesn't want to be the one that's, if CJ decides he wants to stay for cheaper than what Nick would, then Nick could be expendable at that point. And, but hopefully Kyle's not looking at it from, the wrong perspective, because he needs to make sure that he, by default, has a great, backup, and then tries to maintain and make sure that, we got our solidified starter either in Jimmy or, I'm just saying hypothetically if something else is to happen, we need to already make sure that we got our backup already intact. So one of the two is going to be here, which I would say Nick over, CJ. But, CJ will find his way, I think, man. It's just he's kind of had it rough and then the stuff with his brother. You know what I mean? He just really hasn't been able to get in a position to be really effective. And
not everybody's got it like that, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's why some of those guys have real short careers.
He'll be okay because he's got his family's. They're really. I mean, you got Bobby Beathard as your grandfather. There's going to be opportunities for you to do something, and if you want to stay in football.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What do you think? As far as the, just the whole overall look at for the remainder of the season. You think we're going to be?
Yeah. Well, I
think
thought
we'll get at least 2 more wins out of here, or what?
Okay, Ellis, in our perfect world, of course that's what I want. I don't even care about the Cardinals next week. But if we could beat the Cowboys and the Hawks, I will consider this season a success, especially depending on everything else that's taking place. Just to have the satisfaction of not seeing the comments in here that I'm seeing from all those Hawks fans that are the most irritating individuals on the planet. And then you got Texas boy who represents by himself enough to enrage millions. You know what I mean? So this is the thing. Just for those two people, those two games alone, just to erase all the chatter. Oh, it just would make my day. Because I'm petty like that. Those people bother me. Ask my homeboy. I have blocked my homeboy, and it's going into double digits. He keeps coming back. Like some kind of if you've ever been in a place where it was infested with roaches or anything, you keep spraying and poisoning, but somehow after a few weeks they come back. That's my homeboy.
Right.
So,
right.
That's annoying. So if you don't have to put up with those people, it just makes my day.
Yeah, man. We gotta we just laugh those guys off, man. They don't even deserve to be getting acknowledgement on this platform, but
good point.
They got to be glad. They got to be glad they're here, man. This stuff is.
No, they're entertained.
This stuff you guys can use, get good playback. Yeah, it's entertaining, and then you get playback value from these guys. So they're helping the money going, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to that Seahawks fan guy who's donating Ronbo who's doing the big donations, man. We need that guy back.
Class.
We'll take those. We'll take guys like that any day, man.
Yeah, he's that big a comment.
Been respectable, and he's been blessing you and stuff like that, man. I thought that was dope. I said that's probably the coolest one, and out of all of them is a Seahawks fan. So they got some decent ones out there sprinkled out there, man.
It's just a thing, So that's why I say, you're going back and forth with some of these guys talking trash. I say, this is why when we beat the Raiders, I can't find a Raider fan anymore. I mean, where'd they go? So this is why I enjoy that.
Hibernation 101.
Well,
they're going to get into the playoffs though, so they'll have a little more bragging rights this year. They're going to be talking their shit.
Hawks. Oh yeah, they do this every year.
Well, no, the Raiders though. The Raiders will probably get in. They'll probably get in on a wild card or something. Or are they completely out?
No, mathematically haven't been
eliminated. They're not completely out yet.
They lost yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know how much their chances are now. I didn't know they had a winning record yesterday. They actually do. I didn't know. They do have a. They're not 500. I didn't think they might be now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're doing better. They're doing better.
Ellis, what do you got for a score? Yeah, because we're gonna go.
Playing against the Cowboys, man. Let's we got at least 3 pass touchdowns. At least 2 pass touchdowns, maybe 3, and then 1 run. So I'm gonna say 28. I'm gonna say 28-17.
All right. That's kind of the same as what I'm thinking. I said 27-17, 28-17. Yeah, we're kind of thinking the same. But you're like if the 49ers don't go out there and self-destruct like they've been doing, they got a good chance to win by that score. The Cowboys just aren't that potent.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk's going to get 2 touchdowns for sure. Brandon Ayuk is getting 2 touchdowns. So that's just off top. So, but okay, fam. I thank you for the platform as always, Brother Ronbo. I'll talk to you Sunday
game day
or after the game, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Great.
champ.
All right, fam.
Take care.
And Mike C's not with Mariota. I thought Mariota did a good job, though. He really looked like straight money in that game until suddenly, boom, an INT to behind the receiver. But that's for not being out there all the time. That was timed wrong. $8 Bill. Will.
Ronbo, what's going on, man?
Oh, Will, man, I tell you, it's that game where the emotions are riding high. You know, last week we played Washington team. I don't have nothing against the Washington team. I got no emotions when we played them. I just want to win that game. And, you know, against the Bills, I ain't got no feeling about the Bills, really. It would have been nice to beat them, but they won. I don't give a damn. But the Cowboys, oh, man. You know, I don't want no Cowboys running around here talking any more than they're talking now, and they're already talking too damn much. So, Will, can we win this game? How they go about doing it? And, Will, you are the kind of guy that I want to ask the question, has Randy Moss lost his damned mind? Okay, well, go ahead, man.
2 words for that question. Hell yeah. Randy Moss has COVID-19.
It affected his brain cells. It didn't even go respiratory. It went right to his head.
I don't know what made him say that. I don't know if his media team told him to say that. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
It worked.
Yeah, but that man lost his damn mind. How dare you say Jerry Rice is the 4th best wide receiver in NFL history? Jerry Rice is the GOAT. Randy Moss, you just a baby GOAT. Mm-hmm. Jerry Rice is the GOAT. Mm-hmm. It's just like Kobe saying Michael Jordan is the rest in peace Kobe. But it's like LeBron or Kobe saying that Michael Jordan is the 4th best basketball player. Come on, man.
Will, you could find that argument in some circles. I've witnessed that argument. People have already crowned LeBron James as the king, and everybody else follows behind him. Michael Jordan is not ranked I think he does go down to number 2 or 3. I said, man, y'all, James is good, but Michael Jordan was the assassin. When the game was on the line, he would not fold. So, you know. But anyway, we can get into that too long. But, fam, give me some 49ers.
But, yeah, man, like I was saying, man, I don't know about this game, man. Do you know, Ronbo, that Alden Smith will be going against Mike McGlinchey?
I wish he'd go to the other side, but Trent Williams said Mike McGlinchey gives him, Alden gives him all he can take as well. Alden's just built for that position.
I don't trust Mike McGlinchey, Ronbo. I think Mike McGlinchey is the most sorriest NFL right tackle in the NFL. When you get pushed down by a defensive back, i.e. New Orleans game, you can't come back from that. You can't.
And the DB was over there eating yogurt and pistachios. He wasn't even trying to get big. You know what I mean? This is why I think Coach already told Mike he's too light. He even said it in the press conference yesterday.
I'm disappointed at Kyle saying giving McGlinchey praise. Now, Kyle, I hope that was PR. I really hope that you had to say that.
Go pick up his 5th-year option.
Man, oh my God, he's sad. He is sad. McGlinchey is no good. He's not. He lost weight. He turned vegan. He tried to copy off Joe Staley. Joe Staley ain't playing no more on Mike McGlinchey. You are. Why would you do that?
That's his idol. He does everything Joe does. But
oh my goodness, man. You sorry, just like your cousin over there in Atlanta. Man,
now you're getting the family. But you know, Will, we only see Mike's mistakes. Somebody did point out, George pointed out, yeah, he makes magnificent mistakes. But, you know, a lot of the game he is actually doing okay. When we run, especially, does okay. And the right side seems under siege the whole game. Though every time you look over there, you see the dude coming off the corner 100 miles an hour with his hair back. So I don't know. I really wish Mike could improve a lot.
He better do something because right now he's looking sorry. He's looking sad. And for Nick Mullins, you're not gonna get much more out of Nick Mullins than you already seen. Nick Mullins is that's who Nick Mullins is. If Nick Mullins plays every game, all you gotta do is just wait for it, because it's gonna happen. Just throw it to the defensive back when he's just sitting right there. I mean, that's all you're gonna get from him. I mean, that's it. So I think that the running game must be on A1 Sunday. The running game has to work. I think Kyle needs to not let Nick throw as much. So that's the reason why I say the running game has to work, because Nick Mullins is going to be Nick Mullins. It's going to be a point in the game when he gives it up, and once he gives it up, his confidence goes away, and then it just it trembles all the way down, all the way to the end of the game. You're not going to get more out of him. So
he said in his press conference he realizes that he's got to calm down. Why do you need to tell yourself at week 15 to calm down? You don't know you needed to calm down before now?
He said that last week when they lost to the Redskins.
I don't know, what is he?
How many weeks you gonna say I needed? I'm gonna improve on it. You say that every week and you do the same stuff.
He needs a shot of Jack. Nick needs to do a shot of Jack Daniels and smoke one doobie, and then calm down. Nick, walk out there and play your game, man. Calm down.
Nick just needs to sit his butt down. That's all he needs to do. But Kyle ain't gonna do it because Jimmy's still out. CJ Beathard, he ain't gonna give you nothing. CJ Beathard should have been gone. Kyle is only keeping him because of family politics. But you just not gonna get much out of Nick Mullins for the rest of the season. I mean, of course, Kyle's gonna finish him out the rest of the season, but you ain't gonna get much out of him. So that's why I say Raheem Mostert need to have a good game. Starting this Sunday all the way out to week 17. So we just need to rely on the running game. I'm not worried about the defense at all. I think Verrett's going whoever he goes against. I think he's going to shut them down. I think Sherman. I just hope Sherman don't get beat deep and in the D line,
because Amari will definitely take you deep, boy.
Yeah, and I think the D line is gonna continue to be consistent as always. I mean, they've been the heart of that the defensive line, because of the pressure they still applying, on quarterback. So,
that's what we got to worry about. If Nick, if they start putting that rush on Nick, but Kyle knows that rush is coming. If Kyle doesn't give Nick a way out this week, I'm gonna be mad at him too, though. Will, I ain't playing, man. Come on, Kyle. Our offensive line. You got a Band-Aid up in front. You got Nick, who's already nervous as hell. Then run the ball a lot and get swing passes out there, nothing but long handoffs, and let that be enough. Yeah. Don't try to do anything special.
Yeah, there's no need to. So, yeah, you're right.
It's not going to work.
Yep. But yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a score. I'm gonna say 49ers 23. 49ers 23. I'm gonna say the Cowboys 7-17.
All right.
I think it'll be a low score game, but I think we'll come out on top. But the running game is gonna have to work throughout the whole game.
I think most of us think if the offense can stop coughing the ball, 17 points is about as much as the Cowboys should be able to squeeze out of us. I agree. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Will. I'm going to see you after the game, and we'll be laughing and talking about, we were scared as that. Boy, we let the Cowboys, look at them. We beat them to death. I can't wait to say stuff like that. Singing, ooh, la, la. Ooh, la, 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 la. Well, I'll see you game time. And if you run into Randy Moss, have a talk with him for me.
I will. All right, man. Shout out to Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT family, Trey Trez, Big Show, Russo, all them guys, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, to all them guys, man. F the Rams, F Rudy. We 4-0 against the Rams. We swept them twice. 2 years
2 out of 3 years. Mm-hmm.
In Super Bowl 56, it would be the San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. I don't know what stadium we're going to play the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 56, but the 49ers are going to be back in it. All right, Ramon.
All right, man. I will.
All right, man.
And Seahawks, thank you for that contribution. He says, hold people accountable. Nah. There's a lot that resonates through that kind of statement. Think about it for a minute. We're a world that doesn't do that. Brandon!
What's up, Ronbo?
Brandon, we're just reflecting upon history with the Dallas Cowboys and why the main thing we love about Texas is the beef. But when it comes to them Cowboys, don't appreciate them. Brandon, it's a game that we want to win. Is it possible, Brandon, that we can take victory? Can we snatch victory from the jaws of defeat before we even play this game? Can Nick Mullins please stay composed and at least go by his own advice? Calm down, Nick. Relax. Just do the job you need to do.
You want to know something? You want to know something about? I looked at that Bills game, and I said, why do we always do this in these games? We come out first half fired up, Ronbo.
First quarter, it's looking good.
And second half come, we just drop it all off. Like, why we doing it? And Nick, you gotta just throw the ball, get the ground and call left for another play. Stop trying to. You're not mobile, bro.
Throw the ball out of
bounds. That dope dude, you taking too many sacks, bro. Like, just stop it.
And stop throwing the ball at Jordan Reed's feet. His feet. The man is 6'2". Give him the ball, Nick. Throw it up.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, but Ronbo, the only thing I'm waiting on Sunday is that how about them 49ers? I just want to say it so bad. I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. I'm going to say it so loud. I'm going to be like, I know this season ain't been the best, but how about them 49ers?
Yes. Oh, God. I forgot all about that, Brandon. Got to be able to sing
it. And Ronbo, we got the pieces, we own California. You know what I'm saying? We beat the Rams twice. I told y'all that.
Well, that was funny.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And Ronbo, though, we gonna win this. We gonna have to. You understand? But one thing we got a problem with, Ronbo, especially offensively. We gotta stop letting up, and we gotta finish the game. We be like the Bills game last week. We was tied up with them. What happened?
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't even know.
You missing KB on those throws, and KB, you know what I'm saying? You gotta step up, man. This offense, you know what I'm saying? We gotta do more.
And he's the man tomorrow too. Right there. He's the polished dude on the field. And Texas boys say we ain't got but one wide receiver out there. You know what, Brandon? What are the chances Richie James cuts these people up? I'm thinking Richie James could be the X factor in this game. What do you think?
Man, Richard James, let me tell you something. I really think, Richard has got us out of situations when you look at, I remember last year at that Cardinals game, I'm talking about, last minute, throw ball, touchdown, Richard James. Oh, my God. But Ronbo, this is what I want. I just want us to finish, bro. We come out fired up. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, just Nick Mullins, just take your time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your mind be made up before the ball snap. Come on now.
I think he's had enough games now. He's made every mistake, low throws, high throws, behind the court. He should be on target this week. He sat there during his press conference and he critiqued his own game. He even said, I just got to come out, I just got to stay calm and composed. And he even called himself one of the best quarterbacks. How do you put it? But Nick thinks he's one of the best quarterbacks there is. I like his confidence.
Yeah.
But I want Nick to stop talking that and do it. Do it.
Yeah, but check this out. Kerry Hyder, boy. I like him.
Yeah, he stays.
He is stepping up on defense. Yeah. That's what I want to see from him, bro. And they're going to be talking about him sooner or later. Yeah. You understand? That guy has stepped up to the plate. Yeah,
him and that dude Willis. We just need maybe draft an edge, somebody that's got a lot of potential. And Nick comes back next year, and Ronnie B. We got plenty of guys to rush from the outside, which is why the inside is having so much trouble. If I can keep DJ and Eric and Javon in the middle, and maybe Street, man, that is a wrecking crew in the middle. If they don't put them on the edge.
Yeah, Ronbo, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you a score because I know you got calls, man. But yeah, I'll probably say 27-17.
Yeah, we all like that 17.
They offensive line has been decimated, bro.
That's true.
Ronbo, we're gonna have to come out. But yeah, man, shout out to the Red, White, and Gold. I understand it's been a minute, but but yeah, Ronbo.
We got this. We got this. I know. I feel it. We gotta have it just so we can say, "How about them Niners?" Brady, we gonna do it, man.
Happy holidays.
I'm gonna write.
Yeah, happy holidays with y'all, man. Happy holidays, man. Thank y'all, man.
Happy holidays, fam. Talk to you later.
All right, man.
And somebody mentioned that Givens. You're right. Givens was doing a great job behind DJ Jones. We got some interior guys that are really tough, but we need edge. Oh, it's I'm not talking about boy Sheik in forever. He is the Iron Sheik. Sheik, get in here.
Ronbo, what's up, fam? What's going on, man?
Sheik, it's tradition time, fam. We're sitting there looking at the.
Yes, sir.
Man, the Cowboys, man. Nobody want to lose to the Cowboys. Sheik, we haven't beaten them since Harbaugh was the last guy to beat the Cowboys. And you know how long that's been. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Too long.
But guess what? They're the same old. They're not them boys anymore, Rambo.
I know,
they're
right?
not those damn boys.
They are not.
Are they them boys? Not.
We can get these guys.
Let me just say. Yeah, we can. We can. I think our solid defense of stopping Zeke, we'll be all right. We'll stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Sherman
bad calf,
and Verrett. Exactly. And we'll be all right. We'll stop that offense. It's going to be competing. Our defense against their offense is going to be interesting. But let's be honest. There's no Dak Prescott there. What do you got? Andy Dalton. Andy freaking Dalton. And what did he do last year, too? Andy Dalton last year?
Well, we made no movement. He was crushed. Remember that first snap of the game? They were all over Dalton like a cheap suit. It was hilarious.
Exactly.
Oh,
and I remember, I think it was that offensive tackle they had in Cincinnati. We made them fire that guy. They released him the next day, I believe, Ronbo.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's another thing. Their offensive line is not the same right now. Tyron Smith, he's not playing, I believe.
And Terrell. Terrell. Well, you're right. They're not. That's not the same personnel that was there even 2 years ago.
Right.
So, yeah.
So
and Dalton was under siege. You watch that Bengals game? They were all over Dalton within seconds. I think we could put on a better pass rush, as you mentioned, even than the Bengals. So we're going to see.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely if all the Cowboy fans are listening right now, let's dig up that rivalry. Yeah. Let's bring back the freaking Cowboys versus the 49ers 90s, the early 2000s. Let's bring that back. I miss those days. Screw the Cowboys.
Yes.
We hate them. That's the number one hated team on the 49er history.
It is.
Let's get these damn boys. That's the only faithful. I get it. We all get it. We want a high draft pick. But this is the Cowboys. We must raise hell against them. We must win this game. The rest, Arizona, and most likely Seahawks are definitely going to playoffs. They're going to do their thing. But it's all right. We'll see you next year. We'll come back.
Yeah.
So, Ronbo, yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Now, a lot of guys are obviously in the contract year. They're definitely looking. So they want to, from a point, beat the damn Cowboys. If you want to be a 49er for life, and I'm talking to you, Sherman, I want you back. Make them. This is the game. This is any free agent that's going to be a free agent. If you want to come back, beat the damn Cowboys. We're waiting, man.
And we're writing your name down. We're watching everybody that makes a statement against the Cowboys. Everybody's got a campaign behind them, even if it's Mike McGlinchey. Right. Did I go too far?
Yeah, Mike. What is going on with Mike McGlinchey, Ronbo? Like, what is going on? When he lost all that weight, it made a problem.
He's got to stop with the tofu and go back to eating beef. You know what I mean? Mike's got.
Is he vegan or what's going on?
I don't. Nobody's proven it. They've accused him of it because Joe Staley went on some kind of a diet. He knocked off all kind of weight, and linemen always do that when they retire. Mike, you're not retired. You've got a job to do. Continue your same diet, please. Exactly. You know, you got weak on us. Letting cornerbacks level you like that. But you know what? George did point out something earlier, though. You know, we notice when Mike makes a mistake, but he's not always making mistakes. I think we probably could lighten up a little bit on that. But when he does make a mistake, it's so critical. You know, when Kendrick Bourne finally made a nice play, gets all the way downfield. 84, bring that ball back here. What? Mike McGlinchey. Yeah, that's it. Holding. Oh, Mike. And you see what Mike did? Mike, if you're going to learn how to cheat, you got to learn from that guy in L.A. What's that? Whitehurst? Or what's his name?
Whitehurst.
Yeah.
Whitworth.
Whitworth. That's right, Whitworth. Yeah. It's like Nick Mullins says. He says Whitworth is one of the best he's ever played against. Why? Because Whitworth knows how to cheat. He sort of falls in between you. You can't see his hands. He grabs your pads, and he falls down with you. I said, he does it in such a way the refs can't really see it. I said, see that? Okay, Nick. Anyway, you know what he's going to do. Keep his hands off of you, because if he grabs and he gets inside, he's going to do that little move. But Whitworth, if you're going to be a cheater, learn how to cheat, Mike. Don't tackle the guy right in front of the ref. Obviously, the flag's going to fly. God.
Right. And another thing too. Let me just add this as well. Like, if anybody wants to know how to grab people, ask the perfect guy. The guy, Richard Sherman. He knows how to do it. He pinches people. He figures out how to frustrate freaking the wide receivers. He's been doing that for a living.
You know.
So let's be honest. If they want to talk to him, go talk to Richard Sherman, the Uncle Sherman, man. He knows what he's doing over there.
But did you notice they didn't call that play on him until he became a 49er? Remember how he used to do that when we used to play him? Sherm would be draped all over our receivers from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, and the flag never flew. And then when he became a 49er, he's been called in that and nearly cost us the games on 2 or 3 occasions. And he's only been with us for how long?
Right. I blame Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, because he plays like a mofo on the sidelines.
It makes the refs mad. You're right, Cheek.
The refs are mad.
You know, anybody that's ever played, you watch your coach continue to harass the refs, and all of a sudden you're going to see a lot of bizarre calls. And the refs got to learn when to stow it. Don't embarrass the refs in front of people. They're human. They get really pissed. They'll call things that they might not ordinarily call. It's a good point, Sheik.
Exactly, Ronbo. And then another thing, like Kyle Shanahan, he just notes it. Hey, he's about to hold right now on 85 right now, and he just called it and got it. Kyle Shanahan is a great head coach, man. I love him. Love him. Honestly, every NFL team right now wish they had a Kyle Shanahan on their team.
Oh, I tell you,
they wish.
They don't grow on trees. There's elite coaches and there's other coaches. Well, Sheik, what do you got for a score?
Yes, sir. My score is obviously I'm going to add Will, as I'm going to join Will with the low scoring. It's going to be fine. A little higher. I'll be 24-16 49ers. And I'm also going to add this Will. I don't know if anybody after me wants to join the first picks. We all do in the Ronbo Chat fan club. First touchdown, I'm going to say Raheem Mostert. First turnover is going to be Richard Sherman. And first sack is going to be Hyder. So I'm just going to call that. So anybody wants to join right after me, or Robert, you could join me.
Yeah.
You can't pick the same guys. You got to switch it up the next round. So, you know, it's a fun game. If anybody wants to join me, even in the chat, if you guys want to join me, feel free.
There you go. Sheik has issued a challenge.
Yeah.
And now, there you go. I like it, Sheik. Because you know what?
Ronbo, we love you, man.
Hyder?
I need to get on more. I know I do.
Hey.
Well, thankful. Hit that like for Ronbo Sports. Follow all platforms right underneath them. Shout out to TNT family. Shout out to the Rumble Fan Club. And definitely shout out to you, sir, because you've been the GOAT for us. Appreciate you, sir.
Thanks.
Shout out to the people.
Appreciate you. Can't hear from you enough, all right? Get on back as soon as you can. We'll be looking for you. All right.
And remember, Randy Moss, you're number 3. The GOAT is Jerry Rice. Right,
he's actually number 4. Woo! All right, Chick. Have a great night, fam. Oh, God. And Bobo! He says, Bobo thanks for that contribution. He said, Bobo says, listen, Randy Moss, 49ers receivers Jerry Rice, John Taylor, and Terrell Owens are way better receivers than you, and soon Ayuk and Debo will be as well. You know, these are things, actually, Randy was kind of one-dimensional. He was good at what he did, but Randy used all his size and height to get it done, and that's okay, because that's God gifted him that way. But as far as route running and stuff like that, Randy was okay, but he wasn't especially great like some of these people he thinks he's better than. Even T.O.'s route running was, T.O. was just a gifted athlete too, though. So Randy needs to stop talking because he's setting himself up. He's like a big target now. Randy's probably getting more grief now from so many people. I'm waiting for T.O. to chime in. Can you see T.O.? Because Jerry's not going to say anything. But T.O.'s the kind of guy, you know, Randy's my dude and all, but the ranking, I don't know if I'm going to be behind him. Because they both got egos, huge egos. I want to see that escalate just for entertainment's sake. 559, area code, hello. 559, hello, 559. 559. All right. So we're not at 559. And I can see the face there. Who is that? I see somebody. I see 2 handsome faces. I see 2 lovely faces in my screen. Who are those guys?
2, 1. Hello.
Hello. And what is your name?
My name is Richard.
Your name is Richard. Hi, Richard. How you doing? We lost Richard. Oh, no. Richard, did your battery run out on the phone or what? Richard, get back in here. We want to hear what you got to say here tonight. All right. We'll come back. We'll be looking for you. Maybe be back. All right. No? Well, let's go to the next call. Maybe give him a little time to get back. Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on at all now. You know, this game, if as everybody's saying, we all know, then the first quarter, the 49ers are going to come out guns a-blazing, and if they can keep that intensity up and not T.O., that's all it does. Just don't turn the ball over. Protect that ball all times. And I think by now, after a few weeks, if Jeffrey Wilson Jr. and both Mostert were having issues holding on the ball, they should be feeling pretty good after 3 weeks of football and be okay this week. Mostert's okay. He's rested that ankle, but he's not going to be 100%. But what would you get to see Mostert break one? Remember the 2 at the beginning of the season that he just busted down the field from the line of scrimmage? 559 is back. Hello, 559. Hello again. If I could just see Mostert do that against the Cowboys, then Texas boy would have no ammunition to come in and shoot those blanks like he does. Oh, I wish for that so much. We'll wait those 2 little guys. We'll catch up with them a little later. Fam, I'm going to go and get ready for game time. I'll be in your face, and you know this, for this game, in your face at your place as we watch the Niners slay them Cowboys, saying things like, how about them Niners? Oh, God, singing, ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. Fam, hit that like. Thank you guys for the contributions. I really appreciate those. I'll see you game day. Niners! is. Oh, God, I love doing that.